So today is a quick little video showing how I customised my armour crate that I'm now going to be using to transport my Stormtrooper armour with, and just have a quick talk about travelling with armour and other big bulky costumes. So this is the bag that I've been using for most of my years going to conventions with the Stormtrooper armour. Pink is not really my colour, but this bag has actually been really useful, and only now is starting to get enough wear and tear that I feel I do need to change what I'm doing to keep my armour a little bit more safe. It's a big canvas bag with wheels and a retractable handle, so it's really easy to travel on trains with it. And normally when my armour's in the bag, I do have it wrapped up in bubble wrap just so it's a little bit more protected. But the one downside of it being a canvas bag is under the duct tape here, there are holes forming in the bottom of the bag where obviously it's scraping against the floor because the armour in it is big and bulky, and depending how you pack it, sometimes you can make it lopsided and then it grinds against the floor and wears holes in your bag, which will eventually start damaging your armour. And with a collapsible bag like this, it gets caught in between barriers, which my bag has done before, or between doors, or just somewhere silly. Obviously the pressure gets put straight on your armour, so it can damage your armour depending what kind of plastic it's made out of, how old your armour is, and if you've got any other damages to it. And so I've jumped on the bandwagon of big plastic armour boxes. Now a lot of Stormtroopers use stuff like this, similar to this, or even the same ones. These boxes do have wheels on them, so they're quite easy to transport. So they're quite large, so if you've got bulkier sets of armour with a lot of accessories, you can fit more in here. And with it being solid, if it does get caught somewhere, the pressure goes on the box and not on your suit. So this is a 145 litre plastic storage trunk. I found this one on eBay. If you're in the UK, the best place to get stuff like this is B&Q. But I went for this one because I wanted to make an in-universe style armour box, and this has a certain sort of look to it that I thought would really work as an armour crate, or look like an ammo crate, something like that. So I'm going to show you the process of just me making it, just a time lapse, and then we're going to go through it all afterwards. Conversion, mostly just paint, and the major thing I did to it obviously was add this handle to the end. While it is easy enough, you can grip it under here and carry it. If you're shorter, it will be easier to do that, but even at my height, it's a little bit more awkward to sort of carry because you're tipping it back a lot. It does feel like it's just not comfortable at that particular height. So in a cupboard I found this, like a spare strap that obviously come off some kind of power tool or a bag, but it was complete and it's adjustable bit, but you can just use a bunch of webbing. This stuff is pretty cheap online, and get a couple of buckles. And as you saw, I cut a hole through the lid as well as the lip under here, so it just feeds through both, so when you pull it you don't just like pull the lid off accidentally. And because it's got the buckle, I can completely undo this and unthread it if I wanted to, but it just makes it really easy and it's quite comfortable, so when it's tight like that I can just drag it along on all fours and I don't have to worry about bending down. It's just easier on your back, especially when you've got long journeys, or if you're in a little bit more of a tighter space and it needs to be a bit more manoeuvrable. If you pull it like that, so you don't have that strap against it, it makes it a little bit shorter, and you can move it on two wheels. The thing about this storage bin as well, one of the cool things, it does have a couple of little sort of holes down this side here, so if you are worried about when you're travelling, someone can quickly like unpop this and like get a look inside your armour bin. You can put things like padlocks on the side and that will stop them being able to take this off. And obviously with the strap on, if I don't unfeed it from the holes, it'll keep the lid on, so the lid sort of opens like that, which won't be great if you're getting changed in a smaller room, but like I said, you can unfeed it and just take the lid off normally. That's the inside, and this is packing stuff that I actually found at work, that we had a little chocolates delivered in, and they let me take it home because it does look really thick and like it uses up a lot of space, but it is so squishy. It just provides a bit more protection, especially if I've got a helmet in there like this one. You can do it on all sides, but I thought just to save that little bit of extra room at the side. And the armour is tough enough, it shouldn't need a whole lot of padding. You can put it on the top of the lid if you want to as well. But as you see here, there is still a load of room to fit stuff in. If you know how to pack armour well, you can fit it in really, really easily. So when it comes to packing armour, again, depends on what kind of armour you've got. But for the most part, you can get all of it into a small space. This is the majority of the armour. The only thing I've taken out is the helmet and the belt. So you take things apart like there's your chest plate, there's your stomach plate, and in here we've got both legs and both parts of the arms as well. So we've got both thigh pieces, we've got the shin pieces, the bicep pieces and the forearm pieces, as well as the shoulder belts. So you can fit them all in one section, put them in the bottom, lay your chest over the top, and you've still got a load of room to fit stuff in. When I first started packing Stormtrooper armour, I didn't know how to put it all together properly, so I went to my first convention with 2 massive bags to fit it all in, but that's not entirely necessary. So that's just a little tip. So as I said, that was just a little quick one to show you a little project that I've been doing between working on K2SO and a few other things that I've been doing. And if anyone's just starting out with a new set of armour, hopefully this will give you an idea of something you can do. So that if you don't want to go for something as big as this, or you don't want to go for like a canvas bag, you can, if you can find a big enough one, use the hard shell suitcases, but it is finding one that is big enough to fit your armour in. So I'd say probably go with one of these. They're quite cheap. For normally one of these you can get them for around 20 to 30 pounds. Obviously exchange rate depending on your country will be a little bit more expensive if it's in America. But if you want to protect your armour, go for something for a hard case. That's what I'm doing now because my armour is already starting to break after a couple of years of trooping. So I want to keep it as safe and as secure as possible. It also helps to kind of look rather cool, and this is one of the few times that I'll actually toot my own trumpet and put, you know, commanding officer. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be back with another video, hopefully the next part of K2SO very soon. As always, may the force be with you.